Yeah, man, do something. Do something. So, we've had a question from Chris Pole asking about food on a primal diet and what do I eat at work. So, what do I take with me to work for food? That's a good question. It's a good question, isn't it? People want to know. Not a lot, really. So my diet in the day is I wake up for breakfast. I will have a coffee with double cream and a tiny drop of honey. And then I will, like for dinner, I mean at work I don't have sandwiches, so I don't have like bread. I haven't had bread for like a while. So I'll have cashew nuts, apples, meats. I will take some of my dinner what I had the night before. I'll tell you what I had today, so that's probably easier. So for breakfast I had a cup of coffee with double cream and the honey, and then later on I had some cashew nuts, like just to graze on throughout the day. I had a couple of apples there. I also had some keto cake. Cordella's made an absolutely banging cherry bakewell sponge. It just tastes like
same recipe.
It's just
same
pure,
base.
just pure sponge. She used cherry bakewell protein shake, butter, egg, almond flour,
microwave,
stevia. Stuck it in the oven. I don't know. I think that's all she put in it. Stuck it in the oven. It came out. It was so nice. You couldn't even tell it wasn't like a regular sponge.
One egg.
One egg.
One egg.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not
You always
sure.
have to use egg, don't you?
I'm not sure. Well, I told her what egg. And she used coconut oil because we didn't have any butter.
Ah.
Yeah. So it was absolutely amazing. So I took the keto cake. I'm going to call it keto cake sponge, but it's a particular type. It hasn't got any sugars in there. It's got no sugars in there. It's got no wheat in there either.
Proper flour.
So nothing that's going to turn to sugar inside your body. So when we say sugar, I don't like primal and ketogenic eating. It's no sugar. It's very, very low intake of sugar or anything that's going to turn into sugar inside of your body. And also I took some mince meat that was cooked in butter with mixed vegetables. So
maybe tell them what's a more basic way of getting that meal in at work that's keto.
Well, you tell them.
Okay, so yeah, the primal and the keto and the paleo diet, it's all kind of similar, but if you just want something quick and easy, I always find it's best just to, whatever you've had maybe the night before, just kind of adapt it for the next day. Or maybe even the same kind of thing, but let's say you've got like some mincemeat left over and you're trying to hit your, let's say you're about my weight, which is about 13 stone, and you're trying to get around 200 grams of fat for the day, then you might want to, if you are really trying to be strict on hitting those 200 grams, you might want to add, let's say you've got your so many grams of mincemeat, you could add like 30 grams of butter to it. You could even have a spoonful of MCT oil in it just to keep creeping those fats up if you want to creep it up there. And then you can just have that, or you could have curry if you had a curry the night before. But obviously curry would be like chicken tonight or anything like that with all these extra sugars in it. So you used to have a normal curry or mincemeat or chicken breast or any kind of meat sauce.
For anybody who doesn't know, when you are cutting your carbohydrates or cutting them really low, you increase your fats and it gives you the same kind of satisfied feeling. Would you say?
Well,
you feel satisfied. I feel satisfied.
Yeah. But does this guy to answer the question? Is he already doing the keto?
Well, he's not doing the keto thing, but he's kind of he wants to get in shape.
Okay.
So he goes up to Vol's gym.
Okay.
And he wants to. I think he's got a bit of a gut on him, and he wants to get rid of it. Well, keto or primal.
So first things first, before you it all gets, because it can get sometimes a little bit kind of overwhelming, all the information that there is. So the easiest thing is to just stop the main food sources that
causing the problem.
Yeah. So because each one can be a battle for different people. Telling someone to not having sugar in the tea, you can lose their mind. Telling someone to stop having the biscuit, the cakes, the few slices of bread that they used to have with the food, the tomato ketchup or the brown sauce they used to have on such and such. They're thinking, what's
a big deal?
Yeah. There's all these different things. I don't know what yours will be, but so it's just like, okay, get your sugars out there, get your sauces out there, even your soya sauce, get rid of that. Your tomato sauce, your brown sauce. I think you can still have mayo and stuff because not the sugar in that. I think people still have mayo, but I'm not a sauce guy, so I'm not really bothered.
Mayo, you can make your own mayo. Neil makes his own mayo.
Yeah, so
mayo's great for keto and primal.
Yeah,
super fat.
So what was I on about?
You was on about simplifying it.
Yeah, so you simplify it and just have like a meat, and then if you want to up the fats, you can obviously add butter to it, you can add cream to it, you can add cheese to that meal, and then instead of having like, if you're used to having rice with your curry or anything like that, you can get these tubs of cauliflower rice from the shops, which makes it really easy. So that almost feels like you're having a rice. If you're having a bit like a roast dinner, you can have, instead of mashed potato, you can get yourself cauliflower mash. So you can just blend the cauliflower up. If you want it more light and fluffy, you can even pan fry it a bit just to get some of that water off it. Add loads of butter, as much as you want. Just mash it up. There you got yourself
delicious
your mashed potato. You can add your cheese.
Anything with a lot of butter tends to taste.
Mashed potato. You got your meat. You probably got your veg. Probably maybe a bit more common. Instead of just going for too many carrots though that are high in sugar, maybe you up your kind of your broccoli. Your asparagus, which is great stuff as well. So, I mean, that's kind of the easiest thing, just stick with a normal kind of meal. Just imagine a meal, let's say, okay, so we've got the curry, but instead of having the rice, you have cauli rice, the roast dinner, that's fine. But instead of having the mashed potato, you have cauliflower mash. Simple as that's how I like to do it. Make it feel, because then you don't feel too alienated or you're missing out on certain things. You may be sitting with your family and they're having a normal roast dinner, you're thinking, people say, oh, well, I can't eat this and that because my family's not, I want to change everyone else's diet.
Or I like my food too much.
I like my food. so just have what they're having, but say that your family's having mashed potato or roasted. I mean, is that, even if you feel missing roasted, that's, what's that, celeriac? I ain't tried that yet. But people said that's a good alternative to a roast potato. It's like that's celery root, the bulb at the bottom of it.
Yeah, obviously there's going to be something out there. I mean, the thing I missed at the start when I first went on a primal diet was bread. Bread was my thing. So it wasn't potatoes, it wasn't chips, it wasn't sugar. Within the first 21 days when I was becoming fat adapted, so getting my body to run off fats rather than sugars, was bread.
Yeah.
Just wanted that Greg's baguette.
Yeah.
With butter on it.
But you've got bread still though? You have bread now? Do you ever have it once a week?
No. I have it like every now and again if I feel like I want a baguette. But it's kind of underwhelming. Like it used to be a treat. Like I used to go out like once a week. I used to have a sin day. And I used to go out and get some bread and be kind of excited. The thought of it was better than the actual getting it and eating it. I built it up in my mind. I ate it and I was like, it just wasn't great. It's not great anymore. It's not like when you have something that's loaded with butter. Like one of my favourite things at the moment is my cup of coffee in the morning. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Like my cup of coffee in the morning with double cream and honey. It's the best, it's the fucking best thing ever. It makes me buzz.
Yeah.
I love that. And when I like it so much, I love getting home and I'll hit it again.
You'll have to try and get some MCT, see what
Oh, my protein shake when I get back, and I'll hit my protein shake. And now I've got the linseed in it as well, man.
Okay.
Oh, it's took it to a whole fucking new level. It's amazing.
Did you get the Aldi one?
Lidl's,
the one with the fruit in it.
It's got cranberries.
It's got different bits of
blueberries. It's a treat, man.
Yeah.
I haven't got the balances right yet. It's ruined it a little. It's made it too thick.
Yeah, it does absorb some stuff.
But
It's like oats into it, something like porridge.
It's so tasty, the actual grains of it. It's almost like sweet. So I checked on the back to see if it's got any sugars in it. It hasn't got any sugars in it.
It has a bit, hasn't it?
Has it got a bit of like the fruits have got sugars in it?
Yeah. So if you see the carbohydrates of which sugar, it's obviously higher than mine is because mine's just 100% linseed.
Right.
That's why I stripped that away.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So you've got the crunch of the linseed, but you've got none of the sugars.
So what's that? Mine's
Mine's
obviously linseed, yeah, and most things it's still got a sugar in it.
Oh,
of which carbohydrate of which sugar
right.
is natural sugar source within itself, but of course it's lower than the one that's got the fruits in.
Yeah.
Just
so you're going to find carbohydrate in most things.
Yeah.
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 Which will turn to sugar.
But it's just keeping it under that certain as the threshold kind of thing. You want to keep yourself in a state of ketosis, but I mean this is all stuff that you can kind of measure and you can kind of just judge. Depends how strict you want to be. Depends, I suppose, what you're doing it for. I mean, a high-level athlete who's doing ultra-mega marathons, who's doing 100-mile runs, of course, they might want to really strict to keep that fat burning like at a different level, but like a supreme adaptive.
But for the general purposes of just vanity reasons.
Yeah.
So you want to have energy you want to boost your energy levels from day to day. So you wake up with plenty of energy. And you want to be able to go function properly at work without feeling starving and grumpy and grouchy. Because a lot of diets, that's what happens to you.
Yeah.
Your wheels fall off.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is that there's no need to feel like you can't have something because now with the internet and everything, you can make what you want. Like I've made a loaf of bread, a keto loaf of bread. Boy, that was.
My sponge was amazing. I didn't make it. Godella made it.
So you can have.
But it was as good as the real sponge. It was a Cherry Bakewell sponge, and you could have. I was like, wow. You see it on the phone. Put some cream on that, heat it up. Put some slice of strawberries on.
I'd like to taste that one, Cherry Bakewell one.
She can do it again. It was dead textbook.
She
did it. She can repeat it. Yeah. Some stuff you like cram together, and it's like.
Well, you kind of hope you adapt.
It was fluke. Yeah. So she didn't fluke it.
So bread, you can have bread.
You can have your bread.
You can make keto bread. You're just going to be making it with like almond flour, huge amount of eggs. There's one on there. I think his name's the Keto King. Check him out on YouTube. Nearly just quick things. But one he makes with like 6 eggs, almond flour, yogurt, cup of yogurt, psyllium husk. Man,
What's that?
Turns out being an expensive loaf of bread. If you want a proper oven baked loaf of bread that comes out brown like wholemeal, man. I'm telling you something now, man. I had a slice of bread for about 3 months. And I couldn't stop thinking about these bacon egg sandwiches that I've been yearning for months. Got home, we'd been walking up there all day. But I come at about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I fucking just mixed that motherfucker up, popped it in, just praying that it come down, ding, came out, and that was it. I had some smoky bacon and fried eggs cooking up, and I did everyone bacon egg sandwiches. Everyone isn't,
Was it good?
Yeah, it's great.
Fantastic. Everything you wanted.
Well, Dale's not one for giving many compliments, but he was like, Joe, he goes, this is good. Toasted him a slice, and just munched it down because it was full of walnuts as well. You crush nuts in it as well.
Okay.
Get some nuts, get some nuts in there.
Cool. So, hope that's answered your question.
Yeah.
Or anybody looking at this, kind of curious about keto or primal way of eating, high fat. Let's just call it high fat eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. If you've got any questions, or there's anything you want to ask us about what we've been talking about, then obviously just type in below, and we'll try and answer your questions next week on next week's show. So, this is Joe, I'm James.
The Lawrence Brothers.
The Lawrence Brothers. Peace!